How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review a movie that came out in the summer of 2014. Literally almost, it came out in July of 2014, man. It's already been 1 year since this movie. I finally got to see it. And this movie stars Morgan Freeman and leading woman Scarlett Johansson. Ooh, I'm already in. And I'm already out. No, seriously, I'm already in. And this is a non-spoiler review, guys. Literally, this movie was #1 at the box office, and I remember I always liked the previews when I saw the trailer in theaters, and when I heard it was #1, I was like, "Fucking!" Excuse me for the F word, man. I know some people are offended by that, but effing man, hell yeah, Scarlett Johansson kicking ass. You know, she doesn't always have to just be the Black Widow, known as Marvel, or a sex symbol. Dude, she could kick ass just by herself, man. She's a badass, and she could do separate movies and actually lead franchises, man. I definitely believe that. She's amazing. She is also a proven actress, too. Lost in Translation. I have not seen it yet, but I've heard she was fucking amazing. And again, freaking amazing with Bill Murray. So I gotta see that movie. It's a Bill Murray movie. I haven't seen it yet, but this is not what we're not here for Lost in Translation, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for my non-spoiler review for Lucy. No, we're not talking about the name of a dog, cat, rat, or any other type of pet, most likely a fish or a monkey. This time we're talking about Lucy, Scarlett Johansson. Well, pros and cons. Not going to even spoil anything for you guys. I'm just going to tell you whether or not you should watch it, give you the pros, give you the cons, final score. Thanks again for joining me. Let's get right to it. First off, the action in here. If you love this action, man, gosh. Some of the action in here is pretty freaking amazing, because imagine accessing... Humans can only access 10% of their brain, and imagine going to 15%, 20%, 50%, 80%, 100%. Man, and by 100%, you have the Force, baby. That's how much it works. But the action in here is awesome. Is it the greatest action in the world? No, it's not. But for this movie itself, it fits totally well. The gunplay, you feel like you're in a Hitman movie sometimes, man. Like, is this Agent 47 going on? The action and the gunplay and the actual... I believe there is some hand-to-hand combat, if I'm not wrong, and some Force movements. Very beautifully done and very beautifully choreographed. I definitely enjoyed that. It's no John Wick, but for Scarlett Johansson, I think she did a fantastic job with it. Scarlett Johansson herself, I love her character. She changes her character from point A to point B from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. As I'm saying, as the way she acts in the movie as Scarlett Johansson portrays Lucy. I just love it right from the start, because at first you're like, ooh, there's that sex symbol, and then I'm being honest here. I'm saying literally, if you see the beginning of the movie, you'll see why I say sex symbol. Just watch, and then by the end of the movie, you're like, whoa, well, ravished. I mean, seriously, she really puts a show on them. I'm not saying Oscar-worthy or anything, of course. It's just a regular action, fun summer blockbuster movie, and she definitely portrays it very well. The effects in this movie, I say about 70% good. Most of the effects, some of them actually look a little jabby, but most of the effects in here actually, you're like, holy crap, what's going on? And then you forget 100% of the brain. You can change a lot of things, and the effects work very well in there for what they're meant to do. Morgan Freeman in this movie usually plays the same character nowadays, and if you've seen Transcendence, well, you know what you're getting into. But seriously, Morgan Freeman in here, why, thank you. I believe that humans can access more than 20% of their brains. Sir, what happens if they access more than 50? I do not know. You know, just the whole way Morgan Freeman's a badass, and just besides the voice, his character in here, man, you want to have him as a college professor. That's how awesome he is in this movie. The story is very interesting. I haven't seen Limitless with Bradley Cooper yet, just because I'm bored and I don't want to watch it at the moment. But I hear the story is almost similar to this in a sort of way, but except, you know, Limitless there's not like, and like the force and explosions and all that. But here, I love the story. I think it's original in most parts, and it's interesting. And seeing again Scarlett Johansson kick ass, why wouldn't you want to see it? The plot is very new for me, very new, and it's original. You know, maybe other little tidbits from other things, but for most of the part, what is inside her and what makes her do what she does. Very original on that much of that part. The blue crunchy powder that gives her her powers in trailers and everything, this stuff, it's so weird. It's like, I thought it was meth at first. I was like, what? And like, oh my god, she just munches at it there. And I'm like, holy crap. Woman could eat. Enjoy. No, but seriously, wow. There's a few scenes there that are really, really weird with this blue powder. You're like, what's going on? Is this meth? Is this a drug reference here? Do I need to call the DEA? You know, seriously, there are moments like that. And the directing, one of my favorite scenes, just going to say, she's on the walls, and that, the way they film that, I could always imagine that the room spins and they're like, twisting around on the wall. That was awesome. I always love when they do that, like on set thing, and they twist the room and everything. That'd be pretty awesome. So, lol, that was really cool. My only cons, the villain in this movie, the man who played him, he didn't do a bad job at all. I definitely liked the way that he acted his role, even though he's a man of few words, and most of the time when he talks, it's subtitles. Well, mostly it's subtitles. But his purpose in the movie, not really known as much. Like, he's not the greatest villain. They could have made a better villain for sure. So the villain in here, not really that much. Like, you're not really intimidated by him. You know, Scarlett Johansson Lucy could just kill him like that. And I don't know why she doesn't, but whatever. There's this cop in this movie who helps Lucy in part of the movie. He's basically useless. Honestly, he's useless. He's pointing a gun in a scene. Why are you pointing the gun? All she has to do is, they're dead. So, I don't know why you give them this backup, but whatever. It is slow at first, man. The beginning is slow. It's interesting, but it does take a slow ride for most of the majority of the first half, and it just gets you introduced to Lucy and a few aspects of the movie. There are some effects, again, like I said, are a little jabby, that are so obvious that they're CGI'd. So those are some problems there, and it does take you out of the movie every now and then. Again, I saw this on DVD. If I would have saw it in theaters, it could have been a little bit more different, but DVD standpoint, it looks a little jabby. And also, Lucy becomes a not caring person after a while in the movie. She doesn't have love in her heart or anything like that. She just becomes like almost sort of a robot, I would want to say. And Scarlett Johansson plays it well. But you really don't care for the character Lucy by the end of the movie. Because after everything that happens, you feel like your mind just got boggled. And you're kind of like, okay. Wherever she went, I feel like I just saw Transcendence. This movie is better than Transcendence, let me tell you that much. The sequel is confirmed, by the way. Scarlett Johansson, I don't know if she signed on to that, but definitely the movie is, there is going to be a sequel to this franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give Lucy a B+, an 8.85 out of a 10. It is a good movie. It's not great, it's not bad, but definitely for sure the action, Scarlett Johansson, Morgan Freeman, and the plot will keep you going. Again, little of the cons, the villain, some of the effects, and just a few of those things where the cop and everything, you're like, is this really needed? Can't you just kill them like that? Those sort of things really were, why hasn't this girl, like, cops not calling her and everything? Just those little parts, those are the cons. Nothing real bad. So B+, 8.85. If you love Scarlett Johansson, man, and another pro, there's an awesome car chase scene in here. Awesome freaking car chase that was filmed. And I bet in theaters it would have been even more crazy and wild on the big screen. Thank you all for watching. I hope all of you enjoyed. I'll see you all for the next one. My Fantastic Four review should be up by now. So check that out. May the Spock be with you always.